I'm going to continue going towards the purple.
I'm working my way over there.
I'm not going to go inside the stump where I see like 7 spiders.
Working my way downtown.
I'm assuming that's like an end game boss area.
You are a coward.
Yes. I have found an entrance to a science lab.
Hold on. I'll be there. I'm just collecting some sap, which we desperately need.
This is a lovely little pond with a little pagoda.
Certainly nothing dangerous over there.
Probably not. Everything should be fine. Pagoda. Collecting little bits of loose sap while I wait for you.
Making my way downtown.
Yeah, there's all the spiders over here, and I'm not gonna have anything to do with them.
Okay, I'm in the laboratory.
Oh, I'm on the other side of the... Give me a second. I'll be there. The laboratory. There we go. I'm here. Were you enjoying the dance? Are there emotes in this? Can we emote at each other?
There are. Dance? There are emotes.
I don't know what button I need to press to emote. It was not middle mouse click. It was not G. It was not H. I found it!
Excellent.
Looks like nerd paradise.
Whoa.
There's a tape here.
Feel free to listen to the tape. I'm looking at the whiteboard.
I have isolated the source of the particle irregularities. They appear to be a byproduct of the shrinking process. If I adjust the machine to account for their existence, it should be the key to the expanding process. Virgil, please bring up the readings for the irregular covalent SNPI 42Z particle traces. Ugh, that name is going to get tiresome. And while you're at it, rename all references to the irregular covalent SNPI 42Z particle to raw science.
Order received. Raw science identified. Does it require cooking, flipping, or grilling?
No, none of those. Categorization.
That answer is not permitted, according to health code standards governing the handling of raw food items.
So Burgle's got a little bit of a one-track processor by the sound of it.
Can I push the button?
You can push the button. Do I need to gear up for anything in here that I gotta fight?
If you do, let me peep it before you kill it.
I will try and not murder things as fast and as efficient as possible, since you asked politely.
Well, here's a thing.
Little help, please.
You know,
this thing is definitely not going to try and kill us.
Fun fact.
Fix this.
If you have a reliable friend, it actually gets him on his feet faster. Only one of us is a reliable friend, but I guess that friend is too busy teabagging.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. Am I gonna have to help him up? All right, fine.
System reboot in progress. Thanks for the helping hand. I am Burgle, acting science manager for this project. I am also a robot. I am sure this all must be very disorienting for you, but hopefully I can explain.
That must be the end of his intro.
I suspect you were miniaturized by Dr. Tully's spacer device. Why are you here in the yard? I do not know. In fact, I cannot seem to recall much of anything. A recent power surge has caused a massive raw science containment explosion. This lab, as you can see, is a disaster. And what's worse, the explosion has disrupted my computing power. My memory banks are corrupted. Sorry to pile on the bad news, my new friend. How can I be of service?
Where am I?
You are here, in the Oak Lab, built and used by Dr. Wendell Tuteli to experiment on all things small. This is the base of operations for conducting experiments in his yard.
Who is Dr. Wendell Tully?
Dr. Tully is a brilliant scientist and inventor. He is also my creator. My initial protocol was to serve as the short order cook of the future. However, I have been recently promoted to acting science manager to assist with his experiments. No doubt my previous work experience has been invaluable to Dr. Tully. Although, now that I am processing it, I have not seen him for several weeks. And now I cannot recall where he went. It must be my corrupted memory banks.
How come I can't remember anything?
It seems you and I are both a little discombobulated. Given my best calculations, your biomass has been subject to covalent spacing reduction via interatomic energy extraction. In other words, you have been shrunk. It is likely this was achieved using Dr. Wendell Tully's spacer platform, patent pending. Shrinking can be a traumatic experience for tiny human brains, and memory loss is a known side effect. Hopefully your memory will return in time.
How do I get home?
To return to your prior size, you would need to successfully activate Dr. Tully's spacer platform. Unfortunately, my readings indicate it is inoperable. It appears to have suffered several malfunctions from the explosion. I am sorry, but it appears you may be stranded here for some time until we find a solution.
Can we fix the spacer?
Haha! That is a great idea. Let me run a full diagnostic scan on it and see what we need to do to get it fixed up. Processing! Processing! Memory fault. Code 408B3000. Ominent OS script runtime error. Arg! I am sorry again. It appears I have sustained more damage to my memory chips than expected. Without those memories, I do not know how to repair the spacer.
Memory chips?
Dr. Tully used two types of chips to back up my memory. Auxiliary chips are small capacity chips used to store project data. If you find these, I should be able to help you learn new survival recipes. Super chips are special, and they are gold. They back up full directories of my memory system.
I'm gonna have to ask you to stop bullying Burgle.
Oh, did that knock you out of
If
a...
you're going to fix the spacer, that data is bound to be on a super chip.
No, I just want you to quit hurting the precious boy.
He's a robot and has no feelings in and of himself.
He
Anything
said
here-
ow!
This is a programmed response.
He said ow when you
If he
whacked him
can-
upside the head and his
he can
eye
feel-
went out.
If he can feel pain, that means that Wendell Tully is a monster who has programmed all of his tools to suffer.
And?
Alright, fair enough. You know what? Alright.
I suggest exploring the other labs in the backyard. Return with any memory chips you find.
There are other labs?
Dr. Tully has built many more labs throughout the yard. Each lab is used for various experimental procedures. I can upload their locations to your Scabby. Stand by. Processing. Processing. Error. Files not found. Code 632C404. Cheese and fries. The lab locations are missing from my memory banks too. But we are in luck. I was able to retrieve the location of one of the facilities, the Hedge Lab.
What's the Hedge Lab?
The Hedge Lab is the observation center of the yard and used for research on arachnid webbing. You will find the hedge near the house if you head southeast. The lab is located deep inside the hedge. sending the coordinates to your Scabby. Try to find the hedge lab first, but there is nothing stopping you from searching the yard for the other labs. Except, of course, thousands of angry, hungry insects.
I don't like your laugh.
Dr. Tully locks the important labs with biometric scanners. You will need access for any chance of success. Head over to the ASL terminal and place your hand on the biometric scanner near it. Give it a moment to sync your signature into the mainframe. Once you are registered, you will be granted access to the ASL network of computers too.
Oh.
ASL grants access to daily work items, nay, tasks, nay, quests. Yes, quests. I will reward you raw science for each completed quest. In my science shop, you can trade raw science back for survival recipes from experiments that Wendell conducted when he was first exploring the yard. Log on to the ASL terminal over there and see what is available. Unless you have any other questions, you really should get started finding those shivs. And try not to die out there. Have an exponentially great day!
Real quick, before we move on from this exposition, every time he says ASL, I think of something that you actually might just be a tad too young to have ever experienced.
American Sign Language?
Nope. But I guess, yeah, that's fair. In the late 90s, online chat rooms, a common thing was to ask someone ASL, age, sex, location.
Oh, okay, all right. I would like to read the burger board.
Hold on. I just wanted to grab that first.
For Burgle, eyes only. Rules: no wet underpatty. No ketchup without mustard. Burgle never gets yelled at. Wendell considers Burgle a friend. Never activate kill mode. What? Burgle can tell on assistant manager. Tasties are stupid. Stick to seasoning. And then top secret science burger. Top, mayo, mustard, pickles, onions, cheeseburger. Or cheese, burger, and bottom. And then a picture of Burgle with a hat.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, I got a tape here. Order number 1.
Burgle transcription unit 87.9.5. Order number 1.
Robot, I need you to monitor these power fluctuations and inform me if they exceed acceptable limits.
Hello, my name is Burgle, and I will be serving you today. I specialize in cooking, flipping, and grilling.
Grilling? A feature useful only to your obsolete burger-flipping brethren now consigned to the scrap heap? I need you to monitor these readings, Burgle. And isn't it redundant to specialize in cooking and grilling?
Understood. Appending monitor power fluctuations to my prime directive list. Deprioritizing grilling.
Good. Now get on with it.
Reprioritizing grilling.
So
I'm
over here...
I'm gonna grab
over
another
here-
tape.
Over here, there's a big old tooth on the ground. We can't get this yet because we need a level 2 hammer. But this is something that we'll need to find a bunch of throughout the yard. And they will allow us to upgrade our characters. There are also a special gold variant that allows us to upgrade something that affects everyone, not just the individual.
One success after another! I have returned Burgle to his original size! It appears that my new raw science containment field is working at 99% effectiveness.
98.5%.
Right, Burgle, right. However, as Burgle indicates, there is some minor, insignificant raw science leakage. A note for another time.
Noted.
But I see no reason to put off a human trial. I believe there should be no issues. But audentes fortuna juvat. I am ready to prove my creation's full potential. End recording.
He's gonna al dente what?
I'd like to record some messages for my family in case things do not go as planned.
Speaking of his family, this must be his kids here holding a hamster.
I hope that we don't have to fight a hamster.
Here's a
That would
door
make
that
me
we
sad.
need. Here's a door that we need an assistant manager keycard to get in. I'm gonna push the button.
This is not going to work, is it? There's no power. It just works.
Let's check the ASL. Burgle quests. 3 available. Can you dig it? We've already completed that. Oh, all the ones we already completed have just vanished. And now we just have a bunch of question marks. Wait, what? Refill quests. There we go. Okay, we need to kill 5 gnats, raise the banner of Burgle at Oak Tree Beacon, and build a trail marker. We also have a science shop. Lots of stuff we can buy here. I'm going to go ahead and buy the smithing station, which will allow us to upgrade our equipment. And cooking 101. Let's see.
Might loaf and gnachos. Oh, nachos. I get. Okay.
All right,
Can I press-
gotta make a choice here. We have 4,040 raw science. There is a mutation that we can buy called Meat Shield that increases our health, which might be useful now, but quickly loses its usefulness into the game.
Okay, but we can still buy it later, right?
Yes, it's just
So,
if we wait, it's probably going to be obsolete by the time we get it.
so why not buy it now then while it makes the most difference?
Right, but it will cost almost all of our raw science we currently have. There's also a torch upgrade for 1,500, which just makes our torch last a little longer. Fortified bases allow us to build stronger stuff, but honestly, that requires materials that we can't yet actually obtain, I believe.
I'm still waiting for the choice, because
think
none
we
of
need
these sound
higher
better than
level
that first
tools.
one.
There's also Pebblet Foundation for 2,500, which allows us to build foundation out of Pebblet. And then multi-story bases, which allows us to build floors. We can currently only build walls. If we want Meat Shield, we cannot also get the torch upgrade or the fortified bases or the Pebblet Foundation, but we can get Meat Shield and multi-story bases.
I think I would actually rather have bases than Meat Shield at the moment, and then we can just grab Meat
Well,
Shield quickly here.
That's what I'm saying. We can get Meat Shield and multi-story bases.
But no foundation.
Foundation is not required to build a base. Just to
Oh!
make that clear.
Yeah, but it might still be a good idea to have a foundation to start with, right?
I think we can worry about that later.
All right, your call.
I will say for the fortified bases, like I said, it requires upgraded tools that we don't have access to yet.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
And the torch upgrade, while I think would be useful, I don't think is imperative just yet.
Just build 2 torches. You're fine.
Yeah. And honestly, the Pebblet Foundation, like, we need a lot of Pebblet and we need a lot of clay. So, yeah, I'm in favor of Meat Shield and multi-story bases. What about you?
Yep, that sounds like a plan.
There is also another one that we might want to get soon. Scabby Scanner Science. It costs 5,000, so it was out of the budget anyway. But you know how our Scabby it starts beeping when we get close to a research lab?
Yeah? Sure.
Well, if we buy that, it will start doing that when we get close to raw science, and it will differentiate what they are Because the little icon on your little scabby hood down there, where your health and water and food and all that are, it has a different icon for what it's tracking that's near you. So, right now, the only thing we can track is little research labs, and it shows a little research lab in the center, and then there'll be, on both the left and right of that, there'll be like 3 dots that fill up the closer you get to it. Anyway, I'm going to open this door. And this just leads back to the first room.
Where did you eat my spear there, Burgle? There we are. I'm surprised we didn't have to, like, reset the power in here.
Oh, we can use the... Oh, we can't use the resource surveyor. Never mind.
Yeah, because everything says unpowered.
Does Burgle have anything else to say before we leave? Where is Burgle? He sure gets around. Oh, hey, here's another door we didn't open.
Raw science!
A scientific breakthrough.
This morning, I installed the borrowed
Hey,
lab
that's one of those
modules.
gold tooth I was
One of
talking
my
about.
forgotten inventions from the early days. I had such grand notions back then. The Kinder Science Mini Quick Little Chemist Lab educational
Damn it.
toy for children. But no, Wendell, we can't possibly put hydrochloric acid into the hands of children. The lawyers will never agree. It's a good thing I never told them about the Bunsen burners. Odd that Ominent has been using my toy pieces in this way. I digress. The lab network is now up and running in the backyard. I'm planning to dedicate each one of them to a different function. Main power will run through here. The Oak Lab is the center of operations for the backyard. The second lab is nestled into the hedge. Such wonderful views from up there. Side note, I'm worried that Ominent's shoddy manufacturing of the lab pieces will cause them to fall apart over time, but they will do for now.
You want to read this file?
I can definitely try reading a file here. What do we got here? Is this a Wendell note? A box of scabby devices from the Tully backyard, supervising scientist, Wendell Tully. Category, non-organics. After successful miniaturization of a single complex electronic device, Test 44, Test 45 will attempt to shrink one full box of the device. Upon embiggening, subjects will be inspected and tested to ensure proper functionality. Results. Oh, failure. Miniaturization successful, but embiggening and further testing is impossible at the moment. Subject was confiscated by a curious honeybee. Recovery unlikely. Box obliterated. Miniature scabbies are certainly stuck in every nook and cranny of the yard. I'll dial in his voice eventually.
So over here, this appears to show us where all the labs are.
I can't see.
On the screen?
It's completely dark on my end.
Oh, sucks to be you.
Yeah, no, like it's just off in this corner. There are big buttons here, but I can't. Like,
So
are you actually looking at things on the screen?
Yeah. Yeah, the
Nope.
screen's on and it's cycling through the labs.
It's
One-
off on my end.
1 hedge, 2 pond, 3 haze, 4 black anthill, and then it loops back around.
Nope.
Oh, well.
I'm sure that I will discover those eventually.
Okay, I guess we found everything.
Did you fully explore down in there?
We did not.
Should we?
Yeah, sure, it's a one-way.
That's kind of what I was afraid of.
It's fine. It comes out
This is a
in the
lie.
front of the tree.
By the power of Helion, champion of the sun.
I thought he was
So
about to
I
say
picked-
He-Man, but
I
guess
picked
that is
the
that
dork
He-Man now.
nerd character, and you picked the cool goth chick. This
Yeah.
checks out.
Yeah.
Can I
Incoming?
use a torch underwater?
Not a regular torch, no.
Dang.
Chopping around over here.
You just walked through a rock, by the way.
What?
There is a rock on this, like, right here on my screen that I'm walking through.
No rock here.
Yes, there is. You're gonna see some weird behavior on my screen. Yeah.
There's not supposed to be a rock here either.
There totally is. It's totally blocked off.
Did you update the game?
I did.
Did I update the game?
No, I can walk through it. It's incorporeal, but there is definitely.
Is it just a? Does it have a crack in it?
No, it's just fully blocked off.
Oh,
It's super weird. I will like show you as soon as we're done recording. I'm gonna go and pull this.
You were already having visual bugs anyway. So.
Yeah, they're all over here. Look at these bugs. I'm visualing them. I'm sorry if I hit you there, but you walked directly in front of me.
Your face walked directly in front of me.
Additional flavor scheme available.
Oh, you found a Scabby.
I did.
Little green dot. Be on the lookout for those. There
I
are
will.
I think there's like 53 of them.
I can't break this sturdy marble.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we gotta wait on.
Look, I'm gonna chop up the, like, is there or is there not a rock there to just the brain damage from the shrinking. Hallucinating things. Along with the memory loss.
Javelineer, 1 out of 3. It's gonna take a while to max out some of these weapon mutations.
Well, it sounds like there are like 4 dungeons, right? Those were the 4 labs.
Well, there's more than that, but those are like the main story beats, yeah.
So what? This is gonna take 4 weeks or so to get through? You can't be that long of a game. Well, I guess 5 if we're just doing like the intro here this week. I can't imagine us taking on a dungeon after this. We don't want to do like a 7-hour recording session.
Who has time for that?
I've done 7-hour recording sessions. We did Mist all in one stream. Or not Mist, Riven. That's
I do not like this friendly fire stuff.
We might have to find a way to toggle that.
Well, there is a mutation that reduces the damage that you do with friendly fire.
I can take this off. I can put this on.
Hey, you want to play more whack-a-mole?
I was grabbing acorn stuff, but yes, I will be there in a second. All right, which moles do you need whacked? Oh, you already took care of it.
I'm sure there's more around here.
You'd think so.
Now we need to craft whetstones or plating. I would advise not spending our upgrade resources all willy-nilly.
I'm gonna let you dictate, like, is this worth, like, what was that? Nope.
Careful of that spider up ahead.
17 nopes.